our church from the very beginning for many, many years. And more recently, she had to spend a time apart from us, but she's back. Although Nancy has now sold a lot of her belongings in her house and is moving to the sunny state of Florida. And Nancy has done so much for us that we just wanted to take a few moments to acknowledge her and bless her on her way to Florida. When we first started meeting as a church at a little, it was a physical therapy center, Nancy paid the rent because we were just, I think it was a dozen of us, and she paid our rent. And then later on, she found our home down on south on 110 in Melville, where we were for many years. She located, through diligent work, she located that place, so we had a place to be when we had grown and needed a larger space. And then when we were ready to build our church home, she located this property. It was a lot of work finding a 2-acre plot in the middle of Huntington. And she found the mortgage broker that put us together with a church financing group that lent us the money to build. She was taking care of our backpack program for many years, and there were so many things. I mentioned some of the leading things. And so we're grateful for that. We wanted to acknowledge it before she left us for Florida. I'm sure she'll be back from time to time. And also to say that in all of that work, she was such what we call a pillar of the church. But she did all this never looking for recognition, never looking for any thanks or acknowledgement. It was quiet, steady support on key things that was always there for us. And in so doing, she set an example for all of us. So Nancy, if you will come forward, we have a little plaque for you. And we actually have 2 of these, one to hang on our wall and one for Nancy to take to Florida with us. And I'll and let me read the inscription. Thank you, Victor. In gratitude, Unity Church of Healing Light calls forth blessing upon Nancy Dinan for years of love and support and for finding the property and financing for our church home.
So much, and all the time that you got me crying. I never expected this. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Truly, Nancy has done so much for our church, and I'm going to miss her. I've only known her for a short time, to be sure. And I would just like to add that we're honoring Nancy partially because she's relocating, as Bob mentioned. But there are many in the congregation, many members of this church that have done so much. And as time goes on, we will be acknowledging and honoring others who are putting so much time and energy and loving support into this ministry. So I do want to acknowledge that as well. Our anniversary dinner downstairs, you gotta stay. You gotta.